I'm so disappointed. My other BuJo is prettier. This is disappointing. I'm disappointing myself. Namaste everyone. Today I'm going to show you a brief flip through of my most recent completed bullet journal. I'm also going to talk about why I'm quitting. Ish. In case you're not familiar with bullet journaling, or as some of us like to call it, BuJo. It is a organizing system created by writer Carol, where you put all of your schedules, to-do lists, ideas, thoughts, and whatnot into a single notebook, like this. I totally did not get that from Wikipedia. I've been BuJoing for roughly 3 years, but I haven't really posted a video about it, aside from the partnership video I did with Paper Notes. Mainly because I was still exploring my preferences and whatnot. So this is a first. Yay! If you're new, hello, my name is Jashael, and welcome to my official artist YouTube channel. I'm happy that you clicked on my video. Please feel free to like and subscribe for more randomly entertaining videos. I totally sound like a robot. This was my most recent BuJo. I only have like 2. This has already retired, or in other words, it has run out of pages. Let me show you some of my favorite pages from this BuJo. I can't show you much because it is a whirlwind of a journal. Not really pretty. This was my BuJo for my freshman and sophomore years in college. Going back to school wasn't really balmy moments. But let's get on to it, shall we? Yeah, here we are. And this is a notebook from my mom. It was a Christmas gift 2018. I think it's a B5 notebook, dotted B5 from Limelight. The problem I have with it was it's hardbound, so it's so hard to bring it about. I'm gonna show my favorite pages, not everything. Hello 2019, persistence is key. Grid cheat sheet, counted all of the boxes and whatnot. I use this one. This is my 2018 reflection. My favorite tracks from 2018. This was supposed to be a Polaroid page, which I obviously didn't get to do. This is a 2019 in pixels that I did not manage to finish. I was skipping over it a lot of days. If you've seen my video on Flow, I use the year in pixels in the app. It's more convenient for me. So as you can see, they are abandoned lists. For example, if I do finish something, I forget to input it. It's so blank, you know? There's so many negative spaces. Look at how abandoned these lists are. Blank. Routine, abandoned, iFlowchart, abandoned. So back in 2019, before I watched Endgame, I watched all of the MCU movies with my cousins. This is my drawing of Black Widow. Me turning second year. Another thing I forgot to mention, I'm also being more conscious of my paper waste. I'm not really don't use paper anymore. There are recyclable papers and whatnot. I have not researched into it enough to know exactly what to do. But I am being more conscious of my paper waste. I feel like if I just continue with a normal BuJo, I feel like I'm really wasting a lot of paper. There's nothing really much to show. I really totally flopped this one. This is when I dismantled my old printer. I found out that I mainly use it for school. Oh, this is me starting to speak French. I like this. This is my last term. When I use it for school, it's actually pretty decent. And this one, goals for the quarantine. We're not going on to our 5th month. Books that I've read and the music I've listened to. I'm so disappointed. My other BuJo is prettier. But I don't have that one with me. Probably should do a flip through of that one. This is disappointing. I'm disappointing myself. So right now you may be thinking, why is she saving spread ideas when she's quitting anyway, right? Well, I'm not entirely quitting. Rather, I'm quitting BuJo for the sake of just making it pretty. I now know how I want to use bullet journaling. I now know how it should be used. I now know which spreads I want to keep, which ones actually work for me. They're not the fancy ones that flood Instagram and YouTube algorithms, unfortunately. And I'm telling myself, I'm trying to comfort myself. That is totally fine. As long as my system helps me cope up with stress while keeping me as productive as I can be, well then this is the system for me. Right now I am using a mix of analog and digital. I've actually been very busy in the last few weeks transferring most of my BuJo spreads onto digital platforms like Google Sheets and Google Keep. And one of these spreads was my weekly planner. I'll be talking in depth about my digital migration in another video as part of the productivity series. In a nutshell, I guess I realized that I prefer certain planning in digital and certain scheduling on paper because I'm always changing my mind. You know, BuJoing is supposed to be simple. As most things, people just tend to make it complicated. It doesn't have to be. I'm not bashing any BuJoers out there who make fancy, pretty spreads, okay? No. If you guys can sustain it, then good for you. I love seeing your clean spreads on my feed. What I'm trying to say is, if making fancy spreads stresses you out, if aesthetic becomes your priority instead of being organized and planning well, then going back to the basics will be helpful to you, which is exactly what I did and which is exactly what I'm going to show you. I'll be migrating my favorite BuJo spreads on my new BuJo. Thank you so much for visiting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. The cat says so. Can't say no to the cat. This is my necklace. Can't German anymore.